Hi there, everyone, and welcome back for episode 14 of Echoes of Phandelver. I'm Cade, I'm the Dungeon Master, and these weird and wonderful faces you see here are the players. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. He says, freshly back from Japan. Is that how they say, hey in Is that how they say hi in Japan?
No, konnichiwa.
Yeah, you'll probably notice if you've been watching previous episodes that we've been missing John for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to have you back.
Good to be back.
Before we get started, I've got here updates before we get started. John's back. Kind of just gone through that, haven't I? So, and I've also got here no Julie, but we do have Julie.
Look here
She's
I am.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a fake note. I'm deleting
Fine
that bullet point
expectations.
because
I didn't get a gig today, so I'm here, which kind of works out. Works out great.
Yeah, kind of works. Yeah, didn't get work, so playing D&D instead.
That's right.
The other thing is that we are still shooting for that Twitch affiliate. So hopefully we'll get it tonight. If you're watching and you're not following the channel yet, follow the channel and get us closer to that Twitch affiliate. We're going to do something super cool and amazing when we get to 50 that everyone here has agreed to.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's fake news. I've got no ideas. maybe we'll all do the thriller dance if we can remember it. Yeah, cool. Does anyone have anything else?
We'll do a body swap day, and we'll all get to play a different, each other's character, and just cause chaos for a little while. It switches every in world 10 minutes. So we just go crazy.
See, I was picturing face swap, and I thought that would be hilarious if we just played a whole session where everyone's faces are just jumbled around.
Lord.
That'd be fun. Right, I'm gonna look into that. Does anyone else have anything they want to add before we start playing? No? Cool. All right, let's play. Yeah, did you like that, John? Did you?
Yeah, it was good.
That's new. That's new. That might be the last time I do it though, because I don't know if it actually adds anything.
No, it does.
Yeah.
It's a cool fade in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it adds a cool fade in. Okay, it's
All right,
very important.
We'll keep it for another episode. So, previously, you received a hero's welcome on your return to Phandelver, and you were also gifted a place to call your own, Tressender Manor. But now you say goodbye to it once more as you are heading back along the tribal trail. This time you're heading west, heading towards Neverwinter, kind of, with the intention of then ducking off the path and heading into Thundertree. Along the way, though, Bazrilyn decided to stop and see some old friends at a nearby goblin hideout, known now as the School for Reformed Goblins Who Want to Be Good and Do Good Things.
Excuse me, whose school?
Sorry.
Whose school? What's the school called?
Yeah, apologies. They haven't yet updated the sign, but the sign the school is actually called Baz's School for Reformed Goblins Who Want to Be Good and Do Good Things. So yeah. They've got someone coming out. The same builder that's coming out to do some work on Tressender Manor, he's also going to come and update their sign.
I mean, goblins have a hard time spelling things, they're working on it. It takes them a long time to get those letters on there.
Exactly, and they're fickle. So, it might be Valen's school for goblins that want to do good next week. Who knows?
Aha!
Excuse me?
I didn't ask them to, just for the record.
So, as you arrive at the goblin hideout, you all see this bright flash of blue light, and my music thing isn't working. It's telling me I have to rerun it. Right, here we go. So, as you arrive, you are blinded by this flash of blue light. And as your vision starts to return to you, you see that you're now standing on a hilltop. A strangely familiar hilltop. Before you stands the ruins of Tressender Manor.
Oh.
It's no longer day. It's dark, but it doesn't seem like night. There's like a darkness, but it's not like a night-like darkness. The air is quite cold, and there's a sea of fog surrounding the hill and obscuring your view of anything below the hilltop. In front of you stands an old wizard, and I will show you a picture of this wizard. So he is wearing a long purple robe that's adorned with these gold markings and ancient runes. He has a crystal that sort of sits on top of his staff that shines with a bright blue glow, and the glow kind of gradually dims until it settles into a gentle, steady glow in the crystal. Ah, Valen's friends! Your friend Valen is under the influence of some kind of magical corruption, and I've pinpointed its origin to this particular moment in time. Baz and Calver, I believe. I know you both share a bond with Valen, and he has never been in more need of your assistance than right now.
I kind of elbow Calva. I'm like, is this some weird mushroom trick that you're doing right now? What are you doing, Calva? What is this?
I would never make somebody see an old man.
Okay, so you see him too? You see him too? And I kind of pinch on, make sure Calva's like solid. He's real.
I feel solid.
Okay.
Oh, of course. Forgive me. I do this kind of thing so often that I forget that the uninitiated can be a little bit put off when it occurs.
Okay. And exactly who are you? Because we just dealt with a wizard a little while ago that it was bad news, okay? So I don't know who you are and what you're doing here.
Yes.
What is this?
Yes, you fought valiantly with the Black Spider. I was watching. Yes, very, very good indeed.
We're watching them throw rocks at us.
I did, yes, and you dodged them very, very well. For the most part. The spear tackle perhaps could have been executed a little bit better, but nonetheless,
everybody's a critic. Okay,
you are here, and Nesna is not, which is a good thing in my eyes. Forgive me for not introducing myself. I am Elminster. I am a friend of Valen's, and a little bit of a well-known wizard in these parts. Yes. Now, I have brought you here to this place. We are inside your friend's mind. He is trapped in a mind cage of my doing. I have trapped him in this mind cage. He appears to be under the influence of some kind of magical corruption, and I feel we are very close to finding the exact moment that the corruption occurred. But
he seemed corrupt to me.
Interesting.
No. He's
would not
joking, Elminster.
I would not have thought that this magical corruption would have been strong enough yet to display itself. But perhaps my readings are incorrect. Valen is, to my knowledge, not of evil mind. He's a very, very good person indeed. Now,
We're in his
Valen-
mind right now. That's what this is.
Yes, so technically your consciousness has been transported into the mind of Valen, as well as myself. I am here too. You can see me, and we have a very, very important mission ahead of us.
Well,
No.
I look around. Is Dravic's not there, right?
Yeah, Dravik is there.
Okay.
He's just standing there more
Okay.
confused.
Good.
He still
I was
he
gonna-
barely
I was
knows you
gonna
guys.
Yes,
You'll
I
be a great
witnessed.
asset.
I witnessed this fiery friend of yours help you in the battle with the Dark Spider. So I thought it would be fitting to bring him along with you as well.
So you made Valen disappear. He didn't just disappear on his own. It wasn't his fault.
No, were you with him when he disappeared?
I was.
Oh well, I'm sorry for any confusion or stress that this may have caused. I transported him to my home, and he's there now. You were all actually your physical bodies are at my home, and I have transferred all of your consciousnesses into Valen's for this mission. I know the look on your face. You all look a little bit confused. It is rather simple, but I do understand the uninitiated may not be able to comprehend this this kind of thing.
Oh, I'm initiated. And then I use Mage Hand just to like give him a little bit of a finger.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
He claps. It gives you like a kind of a what's the word for it? What's the word for it? It's like, oh, like well done, but I can't think of the word for.
A golf clap.
It's almost like he doesn't really mean it. Yeah.
So, what are you wanting us to do?
So there is a corruption coming from this place, this point in time in Valen's memory.
Is it named Thistle?
I do not know the name, but that is as good a guess as any. If you like, we can call it Thistle for now until we discover its true name.
No, we're leaving Thistle out of this. Calva, slap him.
Very, very well. But if you do, if you want to call this thing a name, then by all means, drop it in the comments below, and we will, we will pick one. Very subtle. Very subtle.
You can't ask the public these things.
Oh, no.
Danger face.
Yeah, it's literally Gamey McGame face.
Yeah.
I like to believe Elminster's looking at the wall and started talking to the fourth wall.
What was the sorry
Elminster,
to interrupt for
you're
a
a
second,
weird
but
guy.
what was the thing? There was it was over here in England, the prince, they decided that they did like a poll to the public about what they were going to call a boat. And
Yeah,
they want
it was Bodie McBoatface.
Bodie McBoatface. Yeah, that was Bodie McBoatface. Yeah.
That's exactly what's gonna happen here. Elminster, you're a weird guy, but I kind of like you, especially if you're brought us here to help Valen. I want to help him, especially if it wasn't his fault for leaving.
Well, I appreciate that. You're not the first person to call me strange, but I guess insanity. What's the difference between insanity and brilliance? I wonder. Ponder that for a moment while I describe to you what I need you to do. So basically, you are to descend down into the crypt below, underneath this manor, where the memory is pulsing from. You need to locate this memory and try and diffuse it somehow. At the moment, it is too powerful for me to get in there, and I need you to. Valen may not seem himself down there, and I need you to help pull him back together
Okay.
I'm
Now,
better at disassembling people.
As am
yes,
I.
well, it may, this corruption may present itself in a physical way. So, by all means,
We're gonna have to
hack
fight him?
slash. Perhaps, I mean, I don't know. It depends what form this corruption takes, I suppose. I cannot see into this dark place. The power is too strong at the moment. So I cannot give you too much information about what is going to happen down there. But
Do you have?
Valen,
I mean,
Valen's consciousness has just got in. I was talking to him as I talk to you now, and he has just gone in, and I have whisked you here to go down and help him. But he may not be the only instance of Valen that is down there.
Oh,
oh man. Okay. So we're gonna have to like pull him back. Well, you're his mentor or something, right? You know him probably better than anyone. What kind of thing do we need? What would he respond to?
So Valen is a good person, and his memory of this place and this particular point in time is darkening. He perhaps reminding him of the good things that he has done in this particular point in time may help him come out of this and defeat the corruption within.
Okay.
I take out my axe. Whatever.
It may do you good. Who knows?
All right, I'm ready.
Very well.
Dravik?
There's not much option, I suppose.
Well, I could click my finger and you could go back to out of the rabbit hole and back to the normal world, but Valen, I fear, will be consumed by this corruption.
Tempting,
I'm
but no,
staying.
I'll stay.
Well,
I'm like, I like Valen. He wanted to kill the black spider.
I roll my eyes very heavily.
Not as heavily as those stones he dropped on us, but
My back still hurts.
Everybody's a freaking critic today. All got something to say.
so
All right, let's go drag his scrawny wizard ass out of this pit.
Okay. So heading, is there anything that any of you wish to do before you head in there?
some light stretching.
Yeah.
Okay, where have we had like a rest? Where are we at? Like rest wise. Okay, I look like I'm full up.
Yeah. So you'll be at the same position you were when we left off last
Yeah.
campaign. So you should be rested.
Yes. Yep. Got all my spells. Okay, so I need to just chill out and have a picnic in his brain right now. I'm good. We can move on.
Picnic in his brain.
Yeah.
Oh man, do I cast anything? Okay, I'm gonna cast False Life on myself because I get to do that once a day without a spell slot.
Nice. And that is that's until long rest, isn't it? So you've got those temporary hit points until long rest.
I got 8. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I don't have anything that I need to do pre-violence, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. So the three of you descend down the steps that were, I can't remember where they were. They're like behind the kitchen or something, or in the kitchen. I can't remember, but
Something like that, yeah.
the kind of
It's ruins.
We really got to
it's
get to
ruins.
know our house at some point.
Wow. There'll be a session for that. So yeah, you descend down into the entrance. The kind of what do we call it? Is it like a crypt? It's not a crypt. It is a crypt below, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Some of it is. Yeah, there's a crypt.
Yeah. So you head down into the. What do they call it? What is it? What is it actually called? Like when someone's got something like that down underneath the house. I know, like basement, cellar.
Basement, cellar, mausoleum.
I think cellar is a good word to go. Okay, so you descend down into the cellar. The cellar appears more or less the same as you remember your trip down there, although everything's like a little bit faded and a little bit blurry. So there's, as you descend down, there's kind of steps and there are some barrels in the corner, but they all just seem a little bit faded and a little bit blurry. But you do see right in front of you a perfectly clear silhouette of your friend Valen.
I'll walk up to him and put my hand out and see if it goes through.
I assume it doesn't go through.
It does. It does not go through.
It doesn't?
Baz?
Are
you real?
Yeah.
I go, are you real?
I think so.
Test it.
What are you doing here?
Elminster brought us here to save you. Do you know what's going on?
Sort of. The last few days I've been under the spell from Elminster. I don't know what he told you. It's been really hard. I'm not quite in my right mind. It's been very draining. But we've been going through my past and reliving a lot of hard memories for me.
Do you trust Elminster? Like, he did this to you. Do you need us to fight him?
No, I trust Elminster with my life. He's trying to help. I'm not sure what happened, but something's wrong with my mind.
Okay, I'll give him a hug. I was gonna slap him, but I'll give him a hug instead.
Yeah. Instant long rest, Valen. You get all the benefits of a long rest from the hug.
Yay!
You were
That's
long rested
rare.
already.
That's a rare Baz hug. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a Baz
thought
hug
you
in the
left.
mind.
I thought you just disappeared. It kind of makes me want to punch Elminster.
No, it was necessary. I don't know what would have happened if he hadn't come in and pulled me out. It could have been much worse for everyone.
Okay. Well, we have a lot to catch up on, but I think we should probably focus on this first. We got to get you out of here.
What is he doing here, Dravik?
He's kind of
Is he-
looking around.
is he-
He's
is he
he's
with you?
familiar with the location.
Yeah, he helped us fight the ghost, and
Undead.
he helped us then fight the skull that you assaulted.
When
Okay.
you were gone, I don't know what we would have done without him. He really was instrumental. I think we can trust him for now.
For now.
Okay. I don't know if I do, especially since we're in my mind, but I need all the help I can get.
I feel like he's dead anyway, so I'm not sure if it matters. We trust him.
Jarvis like just kind of just looking around. He hasn't been in actual manor itself or the undercarriage. He's more confused than anything.
Yeah. So Dravik, you've been underground before into crypts and all sorts of things. Following all sorts of undead monstrosities. This doesn't feel like a normal underground location. There's almost things are a bit grey and a bit fuzzy and a bit faded.
Like me.
Like
You would have loved it the first time we were here, Dravik. There was a bunch of skeletons in this room.
Yeah. Well, my favorite part is like we look like we don't belong here, but he does.
Besides the fire, just his skin and everything else just blends in.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is the last memory we have, and this is the closest that we're going to get. I'd like to try and figure this out as soon as possible. It's
Like-
so draining.
Where
Okay. Well, we're here to help. What do you remember about this? Why this space? What do we need to do here?
I don't know. I know. I remember this space when we were here. It had significant meaning to me. It was a important memory, but I'm not sure what we'll see down there or why this moment particularly.
This is where we rescued Myrna, isn't it?
Yes, Myrna and her daughter.
Okay. Do you think that has something to do with it?
It
We should go and check the
It
cell
could.
area.
is
Okay,
it
just
true? Is it true?
be careful. I don't know. Well, we've been here in these mine cages. Things aren't the same as the normal world. It's very dangerous.
Oh. What's the worst that could happen? If something happens, we just wake up, right? We should be all right, right?
Right, Elminster.
I haven't. All I know
Valen,
is
what
that
happens if we die in here?
I couldn't say. I can't imagine anything good.
Lovely.
That's very comforting. I'm so comforted right now. I'm feeling great.
I think I'd
Yeah,
die in another man's mind.
Elminster was supposed to tell you that, but I don't know. You didn't. You
He's
didn't roll
old.
high enough.
It's
He's
like
old. Yeah.
Sildar, Elminster. I'm like, used to be good at their jobs.
So it's at this point that Valen, I need to let you know that you are exhausted from this these last couple of days, and you are actually. If I was to put an exact number on it, I would say you are 3 points of exhaustion.
Oh.
And you can all see this. You can all see
Look
this
almost as
visibly
bad
on
as
Valen.
Dravik.
Yeah,
Almost. Yeah. He almost looks as
He
dead
still
as
looks
Dravik
over.
is.
I go. I'm like, they're like this.
Why would I stay with you people?
You like us. That's
I
why.
will burn you to nothingness.
The other thing that's interesting about this place, Valen and Dravik, this is important for you too. There's no light, but you can see. And also, I would say, Baz and Calva, you have dark vision, and it is dark, but you can tell that you are not needing your dark vision to be able to see down here.
It's just grossly illuminated.
Yeah,
see
and
colors?
everything is like, well, everything's like a bit of a weird kind of grayscale. Everything's kind of shades of grey down here, except for yourselves and Valen.
How many shades of gray?
49. You are trying to find the 50th.
Almost.
So yeah,
so close.
everything is like everything's a shade of grey, except for you guys. You guys are all perfectly clear, perfectly colourful,
Okay.
Excellent.
perfectly
Yeah.
purple.
That's how
I'll
we
kick
like
one
to
of the
think.
crypts and say we're gonna have to definitely renovate when we move in here.
Yeah.
So down in the crypt room, you can see a light that's kind of emanating from the cell block. It's almost a reddish color. It's quite faint looking at it looking at it in the doorway, but there is this faint kind of pulsing red light coming from the cell.
And the door is open, or is that underneath the door?
Let's say the door is shut and it's coming through from underneath the door.
I walk over to the door. I have axe in hand. I take, then push, pull, whichever, the door open.
But before you whack anything, are we gonna damage Valen in any way if we start like breaking down walls and doors in here? Is it like gonna break your mind in half?
I don't. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe.
I'm like, if
You
he
look
screams,
so tired. Oh, is there
Valen's
anything we
like
can do?
leaning up against a wall. He's not looking great.
Oh,
I don't.
man.
I'll be okay. I'm not sure how much help I'll be if it comes down to a fight.
Okay.
I-
Well, we've got your back.
Yeah, I don't kick the door in or anything, but I do open it. I'm like, if he screams, I'll stop.
Okay.
Okay.
As you
okay,
open
good.
the door, Valen screams.
2d10 damage.
You-
I'm a mind door.
as you open the door, you see this red light is pulsing, and it's emanating from a faded, reddish tinted, almost projection of Valen.
Ugh.
And Valen is turned towards the south cell, where there are two young women cowering and sobbing. They are. Everything else in this room is faded grey, but the girls are crystal clear, and this Valen image is also faded. And he is facing these women in the cage with a look of menace on his face,
I
with
look
a
back
hand
at him.
outstretched.
Does he seem to notice us? Is this like...
Nobody seems to notice anything going on in the room.
I make sure Baz comes over to the doorway and Valen stays back a little bit for now. I go, what do you think is going on here?
It's almost like a memory, but it's twisted. This isn't how it happened. This isn't how I remember it happening.
He was in the hallway when we came in here.
I don't remember.
He didn't come this far.
Oi! Valen! Over there. I've called to the red one and see if it like pays attention to us. Does it seem to
Nothing.
react?
Nothing at all. Almost seems completely unaware that any of you were there.
I step in and I axe at the ready, but I try to touch the red Valen.
Oh, okay, yeah. When you said axe at the ready, I thought you were like axe at the red Valen. No, okay, you've got your axe at the ready and you try and touch Valen. Okay, your hand just pushes through as if there is nothing material there to touch.
I call back to Valen. I'm like, Valen, come in here.
Okay. And I slowly make my way over. Not quite limping, but like exhausted if I just run like a 5K and now I'm trying to walk.
I just think Draw like being compassionate, like holding him by the arm, kind of like helping him into the room.
I don't remember this. What could be happening?
Have you been here before without us?
No, I remember being happy when we saved the mother and daughter, but I don't remember this room. I think I stayed here afterwards when you left, but I can't remember very well.
So on that note, Valen, as you're trying to search your memory for this area, there are thoughts that start to enter your mind of hurting these girls and hurting Myrna. And
No!
It's at this point that I am going to need you to make a wisdom check to see if you can remember what happened in this moment. And I'm going to allow everyone else to do something, say something, come up with some kind of way that you can help Valen try to remember this memory. So be as creative as you want, look down the skills that you've got and try and think of a way to use skills that you've got to help Valen remember this moment.
I
think Dravik wasn't here.
I engage my rage and I give him 2d6 temporary hit points. And I am going to use my skill of, let me scroll down to it, mycelial restoration. Whenever me or another creature, if I roll a 1 on something that restores hit points, I can re-roll 1s. And I figure I'm going to do mushroom therapy for him.
It works. It does. I believe in it.
Okay.
You believe?
Okay, I'm thinking mushroom therapy. Okay, so what's your nature modifier, Calva?
Let me look. Get up here. +4.
+4. So I'm going to say that +4 gets added to Valen's roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
Dravik
I'm
wasn't here.
I'm just like, eat some of this, and I just stick my hands out.
I'll take them and slowly chew and swallow them.
Nice. The other two? Any ideas?
I will so I'm like racking my brain and trying to think of what to do, and seeing him like struggle with this, and it clicks, and I cast disguise self, and I turn myself into Myrna, and I talk to him and I tell him, Valen, it was because of you that you saved me. You got me out of here, and now I have my life back with my girls, and I'm getting married, and I want you to come to my wedding. You have to break out of this. You have to think clearly and remember who you are. You saved me. You're not whatever this is. Just a little mind game.
Just realized that John doesn't know, and Valen doesn't know that Myrna is about to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, just throwing it out there.
Because of you.
I don't. Thank you. I always try to help those in need. I'm glad I could help you.
Yeah, that's great. I really like that, Baz. So let's say deception. What's your deception modifier?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Deception +5.
It's 5, okay, yeah.
Ooh.
So Valen, you can add that to your roll as well.
Okay.
Anything from Dravik? Dakota, your camera's gone focus.
Oh,
It's gone out
hold
of
on.
focus again.
One sec.
Why don't you disguise yourself into Vati and tell him what a great friend he is?
I'll have to leave and going back in, but I have nothing because Dravik was not here.
That's true.
Okay.
He was not in the scenario, so I have nothing.
He's like, I've got raw fire. That's it.
Let me leave and join back real quick. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, so you've got the +4 from Calva and the what was it from Baz?
5
+5. So you've got +9 altogether. Bearing in mind that
-6 from exhaustion.
3 points of exhaustion gives you a -6.
Yeah.
So I need you to give me a wisdom check to see if you can
Dravik, just say
remember
something.
this moment.
What you expect?
And that's a check, not a save, right?
It'll be a check, yeah, because you are actively trying to search for this memory.
Just do your best, Dravik. Just say something.
11 plus 3, 14.
14. The red image of Valen lowers its hand, and the red starts to slowly shift into a blue color. The face settles, and then it the image disappears into the direction of Valen. Valen, you receive this wispy kind of thing, gust, whatever you want to call it, and it just kind of enters your body, and you feel a little bit more yourself, and you can take off 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, this is a cool mechanic. I like this a lot. This is really cool. Oh, Valen, did that work?
I feel better. I don't know why I would ever want to hurt them or what would have made me like that, but I do. I feel a little better. Thank you.
Are the images of the girls still there?
Girls are gone. There's
Oh, they're gone?
nothing in the room.
I was hoping
Myrna's
we could
gone, the
lead
girls
us
are
to the
gone,
next-
Valen's gone.
All right, I dropped my form back to myself.
Okay.
That's great.
Is it true that Myrna's getting married?
Yes, she wants us to come to the wedding. She and Darren are getting married.
And her daughter is still safe?
Yes, they're doing great. We just had a party in town.
We should hurry. I know it helped, but I don't feel right still.
Okay. You look better though.
I feel a little better. Still tired, but
Where should we go, Valen? Where do you feel like we should go?
So from here, you're in the kind of crypty area.
Yeah.
You've got two directions that you know about. There was the back at the entrance. There was that secret passageway down to the bottom like left-hand corner of that area. Or you know now that there's that secret passageway to the north, like near the armory, where that's how Glassstaff escaped when you were here. So you've kind of got two ways to go, north or south.
I remember when we were here, there was when the Nothak he entered my mind. That was a really hard memory to relive. Maybe there's something where the crevice is.
That makes sense. We could get there. Seems like there's two ways to get there, right?
Yeah. We're near the secret door, I guess the north secret door, so we might as well go through that one.
It's the way we went before.
No, we went to the south.
We went to the south?
Yeah.
With the brick that moved.
Yeah, that was the south wall.
Did we go that way to like retrace our steps?
Yeah, we could retrace them. Don't matter really.
We should. That sounds like a good idea to me. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I guess
so heading south.
Yeah, backtrack.
Sure. So you
I'll
head.
I kind of want to send Dravik over like the pit trap area and see if he falls in, but I don't want to be mean.
Of course.
I'll see if he's gonna like walk towards it, and then I'll pull him back if he looks like he's gonna fall in a pit trap.
Yeah. So the pit trap strangely wasn't there when you came this way originally, and now as you head back that way again, there's no pit trap there.
Okay.
And you head.
I'll just pull out. Whoop! Saved your life. There was a pit trap there.
Like look over your shoulder, like. Continue on.
You fool! You would have fallen right into their trap, Dravik.
There obviously is no trap here.
Well, there was, and we definitely fell into it. So there's no shame, Dravik. It's okay. You would have fallen into the trap.
Then you're on the corner into the main room to enter from.
You don't even know where you're going.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
So you
lead the way.
You make your way past the back past the entrance and down into the southern area of that room where the brick was. Beside you, you've got the pool that was there. It's very still, completely motionless. Quite bizarre. And then as you shift to the right brick, you're able to remember which one it is, and the door swings open, and you make your way down this passageway. And as you kind of turn around the corner into the crevasse, you can see this red glow coming from just on the other side of this broken bridge. And it's you can see the familiar shape of a Nothic.
Oh,
this guy again.
hmm.
You dealt with
And-
these before, Dravik.
I've heard of them, but they're not exactly my prey.
Hmm.
Taking a bit of a closer look, you can see that the Nothic is kind of stood right next to this large pillar. It's probably a stalagmite or a stalactite, whichever one it is. But it's kind of the Nothic creature looks like it's doing something to something in front of it, but you can't see what's in front of it because it's hidden behind this stalagmite. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
are the bridges there intact?
So there's a
Cetera.
bridge. So you've come into the crevasse at the southern part.
Yeah.
And the bridge that's in front of you is collapsed. And just on the other side of the bridge is where this Nothic is, standing right near this stalagmite. The bridge to the north, you can see maybe 30, 40, 50 feet ahead of you, is intact. But you would have to do a bit of a loop around and come back on yourself on the other side of the crevasse.
Let me go down here. I am still in rage. Mark one off. And I am going to jump over the crevasse, hopefully.
Okay. What does that make your jump distance?
20. I don't know. I rolled a 27 though.
Jumping. I'm sure it's on here somewhere.
Yeah,
Valen, do you still have your staff?
the crevasse isn't that wide,
Yeah.
really. I think it's
I still have the
8
staff.
Yeah, so
feet.
long jump. So you move 10 plus feet, so you get a running start,
Yeah.
and jump a number of feet up to your strength score.
18.
Make a standing long jump. You can only jump half of it. So 18. So you can jump 18. And then what was it that you... Did you say you did something to give yourself a bit of a boost for that?
Oh, I just rolled my athletics.
Oh, athletics. Okay, yeah. What did you get on athletics?
27.
27. So I'm going to say that you make this jump. 10. Yeah, okay. And you kind of land with your kind of chest onto the ledge. And so your arms and your chest are above this ledge, and your legs are kind of dangling down beneath. But with that athletic score, you're able to kind of scurry yourself up onto the other side of the ledge. But it was a close one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're okay. I don't exactly know. I just see Calvin kind of run off, but I kind of grabbed Valen by the shoulders, and I'm like, the last time that we were here, I know the Nothic got into all of our heads. I remember, and it was trying to pry. What I know is personal, and I know it's difficult, but is there anything you can tell us about what might have happened here, or what he might have gotten out of you to help us prepare for whatever this might be? What did he say to you?
I can't. I don't want to talk about this. It's too hard.
We're literally in your mind right now, Valen. You gotta let us in. How are we supposed to fight this thing if we don't know?
I don't like thinking about my past.
Well, that's why you're trapped here, you realize. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to let us in. And I'll kind of take off after Calva, I guess.
Okay.
And then
Trying
so
to-
Valen,
Yeah.
he's deep in thought, like he wants to say something, but he doesn't want to at the same time.
Okay. Baz, are you doing a running jump? Same as Calva?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so we see before us the
Yep.
Nothic talking to something that's hidden behind a stalagmite, and
Yep.
Calva ran somewhere.
Calva has just
And-
ran straight ahead and jumped over the crevasse. So he is now on the
On
other
the
side
other
of the ledge
side.
with near to the Nothic.
Near the Nothic.
Yeah.
If you and to walk or run to the Nothic, you would need to go probably 50 or so feet along one side of the ledge to the north, cross over the bridge, and then make that same distance back again.
Okay, I'll just think to Calva. I'll ask him to just describe what it is. What is he seeing? What are we working with?
Yeah, and I proceed to where the Nothic is with the red glow, which I'll assume is evil Valen.
And Dravik, what's Dravik up to?
Well, he's somewhat familiar with what Nothic is, and he knows obviously that these things aren't directly harmful to us because we can't even touch them. So he's lingering on the other side of the crevice, just kind of watching as Calvo makes a fucking Michael Jordan jump across it. He's looking back and forth between the projection he can partially see and Valen off in the distance, kind of in his own head.
Could hammer throw Valen across just to get him there, and grab him by the ankles and do a couple spins.
You probably could. You have more strength than I do now.
I know I
That's
could.
true,
Yeah.
Buff Baz. So Calva, you can see around this stalagmite, and you can see that it is a Valen image, glowing. I'm going to say probably there's like a darkness emanating from him, as opposed to a red glow. The red glow is emanating from the Nothic, and Valen is sort of stood upright, eyes closed, and appears to be in some kind of trance maybe. And the Nothic is reaching out and peering down at Valen, and everything is kind of still, there's no motion in the Nothic or Valen.
So they seem like maybe an image. Then they're completely stationary. There's no
Completely stationary. Yeah.
Huck a rock at the Nothic.
Okay. The rock just passes through. No reaction.
I call back to Valen. I'm like, Valen, come over here.
I start making my way slowly along the cavern edge to try to make my way over.
Going for a jump?
Could you use
Nope,
this
nope,
spider
nope.
suit?
Walking.
You've got spider power, right?
I do. I don't think I probably want to use that. I feel like if I alter my body right now, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna try and walk my way around.
Okay. You don't want your face to get stuck like that, is what you're saying.
So I'll say, as the three of you make your way up to the bridge, cross the bridge, and then start making your way back down the other side. And you can all now see what's happening on the other side of this stalagmite as well. And Calva, is there anything that you would want to do in the period of time that we've probably got?
I'm just
10 seconds, 15 seconds while they walk around.
I remain alert. And just if they're not moving, don't move. I'm gonna let the rest of them get here first. If something gets squirrely, then I'll hit it. But other than that, I'll just watch them.
That's fine. So you're all now stood around this image, and the kind of state of play hasn't changed.
I briefly recall that there was a big old treasure chest right in that crevice, and I consider I wonder if there's anything I could take out of here.
Raid
No,
Valen's
never
mine
mind,
treasure.
never mind. Yeah. What secrets are in this treasure?
Exactly. It's just secrets now.
I'm gonna again try to recall details about this. I don't think I have any memory of this particular instance, but I'm gonna see if I can like remember like something that could be similar or
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a wisdom check to try and remember.
okay. 7 so 7 6 4.
4. Okay. Yeah. No. You're struggling to remember that. You're getting little glimpses of like maybe the Nothic. Like I'm just gonna flat out say that no, you no memory is coming to you.
I can't remember when this happened. It could have been when we stayed. When I slept here, I don't think we ever took care of the Nothic, but I
do you
don't
mean?
recall.
Took care of.
Like we let the Nothic go. We didn't. Like he still was here while I slept
Yeah.
in the cave with Vadi.
He wasn't. I didn't think he was bothering us. Maybe he was.
Wait,
I mean, it was
have
a
you,
little invasive, but
have you guys found Vadi? I don't know how I forgot where is he?
He went
no,
home.
he hasn't come back yet. But maybe he's trapped in a mine prison somewhere too. We'll go rescue him next.
Oh, that's unfortunate to hear.
I hold up the charm that I have of his because we have like matching charms. Me and Valen.
Okay, well, I'll say then that Valen, the charm reminds you of Barty and strengthens your memory of that time that the two of you stayed at Tressendar Manor that night without the others. And you can almost feel Barty's presence somewhat. And then I'll say that you can roll another wisdom check, but this time with advantage.
Okay.
Can I feel Body's presence too?
I got a 7.
Maybe a sex. Maybe.
I still only got a 7.
Still a 7.
With advantage?
Yep.
Yeah, the memory is it's just not coming back. You can't remember. Yeah, you can't remember what happened. You don't have a clear memory of this particular image happening, but at the same time, you can't conjure enough memory to write it off.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Let's try a different approach, and I'll cast maybe like chill touch on the images just to see if if magic has any effect.
Yeah, so this kind of necrotic energy, as per usual, it kind of wells up in your hand. Wells up? I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but and then it just kind of doesn't connect with anything. When you cast this spell, usually you can feel a connection, and then it does its magic. But this just isn't connecting with anything.
I'm gonna. Okay. Valen falls to his knees and he like punches the ground, and he's just really, really trying to remember, and he's picturing his time with Vadi and the sadness that he's gone. And I'm hoping I can use my one instance of heroic inspiration to re-roll the wisdom.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, feels like quite a dramatic moment, and yeah, let's use that heroic inspiration.
Okay. Automatic.
7,
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
16.
16. Okay.
7. Oh no.
Ah.
So you can't quite remember. You're not able to conjure enough memory to either write this memory off or validate it. But the doubts are starting to seep into your mind. Because you remember you slept in the wizard's quarters. You didn't come back to the Nothic. These little bits and pieces are starting to, put a bit of doubt into your mind about this image and this memory. And I'll say, give me either an intelligence check or an investigation check. We'll see if you can. What's the word they always use in Sherlock Holmes that I love for these kind of situations? It's like a D. It starts with D.
Deduce.
Deduce.
Deduct.
Oh,
Deduct.
yeah.
Deduct.
Deduce.
Deduce. Yeah, I feel like I've still not got the word right, but yeah, you're
Hallucinate.
going to use your deduction skills to try and see if you can piece these bits of memory together and work out whether this is a real memory or not.
Okay. Oh, 11, 10. 8.
Yeah, so the doubt's there. You have this doubt in your mind about this memory, but you just can't quite shift it completely.
I have an idea. Maybe if you get into like put yourself into this position, right? Because they're clear. You can sit through it. So place yourself there, like the image, and see if that stirs anything, and see if it like starts a reaction, and you can
Boz.
play through the scene.
Turn yourself into the Nothic.
I don't know. No, I'm saving it.
What do you mean?
I don't. He looks
Fine.
gross. I don't want to.
I don't recall. I don't want to be in that position. I remember. I just want to get away from this Nothic now.
I know, but you have to. We have to get you out of here, Valen. You have to. You have to face this, whatever it is.
Okay, I'm gonna try then standing in the position I'm in, or like the shadowy thing of me is in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, do it, Boz.
No, you do it.
I can't change shape.
So I get into that. Yeah, I get into that position, and I'm just trying to like. I assume I stand there, and I just think like, this doesn't feel right to me. I don't think this is it.
Yeah, and there's memories coming back to you of the what was spoken to you as you rounded the corner, what the Nothic said to you, and what the Nothic knew about you. And you're right to think that this doesn't feel right. There is something about this that doesn't feel right, but again, you're unable to shift this memory.
Okay. So what do you remember happened? Maybe we'll play through that, and we'll just play it out and force your memory back to what actually happened by replaying it through.
I remember after we saved the mother and daughter, I think we slept in a room in the alchemy lab or the sorcerer's room.
Yeah, glass staff. Okay.
Why don't we check that room then?
I wish Vadi was here.
Me too.
Don't we all? Sorry, Traffic.
Traffic, you're great.
One day.
Not a competition, but
I can make it to the room.
Okay.
And I start hobbling my way over there.
Okay, so you guys are making your way to the alchemy lab, wizard's quarters.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got a few ways of getting there. So you are now on the other side. So right nearby, you
Turn
see the kind of passageway that heads down to the kind of barracks area where you met Droop and the bugbears, and then you know that it kind of heads up north into the common room where the feeding hall, and then across the way from that is where the alchemy lab was. Alternatively, you could head up the ledge a little bit further and head in that way, and that hallway leads down straight to the alchemy lab. But in terms of distance, it's kind of
The closest.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. And the kind of third option, I guess, is you could go back across over to the other side of the ledge, head up into that kind of secret passageway area that Glassstaff used to escape from his quarters. But that would be the longest way to get there.
What way feels right to you, Valen?
The straight. Let's take the hallway. The straight hallway.
Okay, yeah. So heading up the ledge a little bit further, and then
Have the ledge. Yeah.
directly down to the alchemy lab. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you head there as you get to as you leave the kind of crevasse and start heading down this passageway. You can see it kind of heads down for a little bit, then sharply turns right, and then a sharp left and heads back down again, down a set of stairs. As you're standing at the top of these stairs, you can see red light coming from the alchemy lab. Similar to the red light that you've seen previously, but this one is it's brighter. It's a brighter red.
There. We need to go there. Something seems familiar about this place. And slowly I shuffle over.
Okay. What kind of order are we in heading down this passageway?
I was gonna lead.
I'll kind of be helping Valen along.
Java will be towards the back because he's unfamiliar with this area.
Okay, so Calva heading down at the front. And sorry, so it's like a single file corridor. So sorry, who's after Calva?
I think it would be me, and I kind of imagine like Baz just like right behind me, kind of like
Helping you out.
And then
yeah, sort of. Yeah.
No, that's fine. Okay, so Calva, you would see this before anyone else does. You can see inside the room, you can see just through this doorway, standing at the kind of close end of this alchemy table, you can see a wizard, or some kind of sorcerer or some kind of magic user, and they are dressed in head to toe in this red flowing robe, gold trims. They have no hair on their head. They do appear feminine in appearance, but there is no hair on their head. Just you make out these kind of tribal-looking tattoos on their head, and they're facing the alchemy table.
Now, question: are they glowing or transparent?
So they appear solid.
Well, don't like them. Gonna probably hope they're ready for this.
At this point, what I'll do is I will
No, I don't think so.
Move everyone over. So if everyone can just do a little recce on their whatever
Look
you
at how
call
good
this
we
thing,
all
roll
look
20.
together. Look at us.
I can't
look
see
at us.
anything. I can't see shit.
You can't see anything. Yes, that is because
You're
that's because
blind, son.
technically you are
Like a human, yeah.
Let me give you a little
But we
bit of
can
dark
see
vision.
in this place.
I
Also,
do
Yeah,
have-
exactly.
I-
I didn't think about that. So
And I do have
Bear
my
with
5 feet
me.
of dim vision too.
bear with me 2 seconds while I give.
and I like the stairs that I'm seeing because they're hand drawn.
I'll be right back in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. So Dravik, you should be able to see stuff now.
Yes, I can.
We look so friggin' cool all lined up in a row.
And so should Valen. So just for the rest of you, so you, Dravik and Baz, you can just see Calver standing near this door. Something's alerted him. He seems in a different kind of stance. What kind of stance is Calver taking?
Oh, I'm actually re-engaging my rage. Axe going to 2 hands, and I'm stepping in.
Okay. Well, before
so-
you step in, we'll hold back and wait until Valen gets back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can see Calver kind of standing still but going into a rage. I imagine it's kind of like this. Like that. As he goes into a rage.
like a in Dragon Ball where they're like
He's
loading.
screaming to power
they're
up,
loading
yeah.
scream. It's just the going up.
exactly.
Up.
What is that? Is that like the Super Saiyan or something? Is that when they're going?
Yeah, that's when they charge.
Yeah.
That's when they charge the key and go Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Just
Sick. Did you watch Dragon Ball Super? It was so good.
I've seen all
I
of
love
Super.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. Well, except for GT. I was like, eh.
I've seen
Right.
GT. I like Super Saiyan 4. I like the Super Saiyan 4 look.
With 4. Oh
It's
yeah,
the-
yeah,
like
where
the
he's like the
monkey-ish look
monkey.
with
Yeah,
hair.
yeah. That one
Yeah.
is super dope. But
But I'm a fan of Broly, so I saw Super for Broly. and
okay.
such.
Yeah. Oh, dude, so good. Super is awesome. Beerus is like the best.
And the ending tournament because I liked watching them fight.
Yeah, which was hilarious because it was like a 40-minute tournament, but it took like 2 seasons. It was like every 2 seconds was like a whole episode.
They were going fast.
Yeah.
Saiyan
Anyway,
faster than light.
Sorry.
That's okay. So that was. It was. I
Tangent.
mean, it was good. It was good that Valen left because it gave me some time to just fix some things that I haven't done. So Valen and Dravik should now have vision. You should be able to see in this place.
Let us see the whole map. I want to see your drawing.
Well, maybe we'll do that as a little special. You know,
Dying.
if anyone who hangs around at the end of the stream will reveal the entire map. But yeah, the other thing that it allowed me to do was something that I can't even. Oh yeah, everyone's faces were slightly off on this new overlay that I've done, so I've just shifted everyone back in line, and actually, it's a perfect point for us to head into the next little bit.
Bum, 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 bum.
Except, let me just. Sorry for anyone that's watching who's just having to watch us faff around, but John, you are no longer. Your face is no longer
We've got-
centered, so just going to give that a little adjustment. There we go.
Oh, there's 5 people. There's the stranger. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably all 5 of
It's probably
us.
all
Never
just us.
mind. It's probably the 5 of us.
Ah!
So, Calver. So Valen, just for your benefit, everyone, the 3 of you are looking down at Calver. Calver has made his way to this doorway and has just gone into an instant rage. Axe out, looks like he's ready to charge into this room. Calver, looking into this room, now that you have kind of made your way into the doorway, you can see on your left there's that figure, the kind of magic user looking figure in the red robe, standing on one side of the alchemy table. On the other side of the alchemy table, well, actually on the alchemy table, you can see a lying prone Valen. looks. What's the word? I was trying to use a really big word, but I'm not going to be able to get it. But it looks exactly the same as the Valen who is walking with you now, but is completely motionless, appears unconscious, completely still, almost in some kind of trance. On the other side of the table, you can see quite a large, shadowy figure, and they are peering down at Valen. Valen's head is like right in front of this figure, and the figure has two shadowy arms outstretched that are almost clasping onto Valen's head. To your right, you can see the familiar face of Iarno Albrecht, otherwise known as Glassstaff, who is kind of standing, watching what's happening on the alchemy table. Looks a little bit, I don't know, scared, like maybe he's out of his depth a little bit, but nonetheless, you see a Glassstaff there.
All right.
And at that point, I'll get everyone to roll some initiative.
Oh. Bum, 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 bum.
And while we're rolling initiative, we'll take a short break.
23.
19.
That's it.
Okay, welcome back. So we've all rolled initiative. We are now thrust into a situation with these like wizardy looking folky dudes.
Back in Alan's mixed up mindscape for another adventure.
I like that. Kelva, you're up.
Bonus action rage. I get.
Wait, he had higher initiative than me?
Yeah. You rolled a weak 23.
Oh, get out of here. Okay.
Lane 23. Come on.
Now you would have gone anyway because you were up ahead. I don't even know what's up there.
Well, I communicate to them. I'm like, there are 3 mages and sleeping Valen in this room, and I rage. And make sure I turn my rage on here.
I mean, they're probably just projections, right? We'll just
No,
walk right through.
no, don't think they are. Don't think they are. I come in. I move to here.
Okay.
And
Yeah, they all kind of turn to look at you.
Oh.
And I'm going to reckless attack.
Okay.
I don't care about wizards.
Wait, who are you attacking?
I'm going to attack these 2 on the corners of me. Not Valen, he's sleeping right now. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna
it.
attack. I guess the red robed one is going to get. Where did it move my great axe down here?
Damn.
20.
20. So you swing your great axe, and just before you impact, this mage puts their hand out, and this kind of arcane yellow shield just appears in front, and ping, your great axe just bounces off.
All right,
Shit.
let me
No damage.
Shielded.
let me roll for the, since it didn't give me advantage. Okay, so it gave me advantage that time. 18 misses also then. And then I'm going to
Sorry,
swing.
what was that? Was that a second attack?
No, it didn't roll advantage on the
okay.
first one. So
Cool.
I just rolled the advantage one, but it rolled twice for it.
Still misses. Cool.
And I'm going to use my other attack to swing at Glassstaff.
Go for it.
And Great axe, same thing. Reckless. Actually, let me double check reckless. Okay. So now, where's it at? My character sheet back here. 20.
20. Yes. Yeah. So 20 hits.
He takes 17 points of damage, and I'm going to try to use my follow through cleave on the red.
Okay.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Go for it.
Does cleave work when they're that far apart?
They're not far apart. They just have to be next to me.
Yeah. So it's not to
Okay.
do. Yeah. It's not to do with. Is it? Yeah. Wait a minute. On cleave, is it? They just have to be in melee range. They have to be within 5 feet of you, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not 5 feet within.
Okay.
Yeah, they just have to be adjacent to me, basically. A 22 on that one.
22. Yeah. 22 is going to hit as well. Sorry. What was your first damage score? Didn't get that.
17.
17. Okay. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah. And I'm going to see what the cleave damage does. Don't add your ability modifier. So he takes... so I don't add my strength to it. He takes... That's funny. He takes 3.
3. Okay. 3 points of cleave damage. Kind of is able to jump out of the way, but just kind of catches a little bit of his leg or something. Or her leg. Okay, anything else from Calva?
Where am I at here in this map? So I believe that would be it.
Okay. Ending Calva's turn, we're on to Baz. It's with Valen
Okay.
up next.
So hearing the commotion up ahead, I'm just gonna squeeze by Val. Just excuse me for a sec. Just pardon me, and I'm gonna like bustle past them in the hallway, and I'm gonna come around the corner and see Calva struggling with these guys, and I'll be like, "Bro, they're not even real. The swords can pass right through," and I'll attack the red wizard just to like show him that it's not real.
Yeah, okay, go for
Which
it.
is sneak attack, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because so let's do short sword attack. That's a 21 to hit.
21 just hits. He's just able to kind of
Just
sneak
hit.
it past this arcane
Why do
shield.
they have a 20 AC?
It did
Yeah.
it did cast shield, so
Oh yeah, that's right.
But he couldn't
It's included.
cast it again. Oh man! Oh wait, no! It's sneak
well,
attack. Hold on.
yeah,
hold on.
shield lasts until the start of their next turn. So they've got the shield up for this whole turn now.
Damn.
Just FYI.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Oh, they have it up for the whole attack. It's not just a one-time thing.
Yeah, so the shield stays up for one whole turn. So
Yeah,
it's
AC
up
increase over next turn.
until what does it say? Until the start of their next turn. They've got this shield up.
And what does it take to hit him?
Well, a 21 has just hit.
21.
Okay, I didn't roll super great. It was 12 damage.
12
But
damage, okay.
to my surprise, it seems to actually do damage. And I'm like, oh, holy shit,
Yeah.
they're real! Ah!
Keep stabbing.
Kind of.
Keep
And so
stabbing.
I flip out with my offhand and I use my dagger to just jab into him again.
Yeah, go for it. Go
which
for it.
would be, let's see. I'm sorry, I have so many things now in my combat.
Okay. As you hit them that first time, they hiss back at you.
22, so that hits.
Damn.
22
Let's
hits as well,
roll.
yeah.
Damage, which would actually only be 1d4, right? Because you don't add your proficiency.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, I have to remind myself every time. So that's a 1. So it's 1
Yeah,
extra
1
damage.
damage. Yeah, okay, nice.
And I will then, in my surprise, disengage and pop back. Are these doors open? Is the door to the other side to Droop's room open?
Correct, yeah. All these doors are open.
Okay, I'm gonna disengage and then bop over into here. and just be like, ah, they're real, so that everybody knows.
Okay.
and my turn there.
Perfect. Ending Baz's turn, we move on to Valen.
Okay, I'm gonna move 5 forward, and I can see this guy with the red cape and all the tattoos, and I'm going to try to attack him or her with chromatic orb.
Okay,
So-
yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's see. I can cast it at 2nd level. 26. Oh,
Nice.
minus 23. 23.
23, yeah, 23 is going to hit.
Okay. And damage. 16 damage.
16 damage, nice. What element is this? This
Sorry.
chromatic ability?
Fire.
Fire, yeah. So like a
Fire,
fire.
they say.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
Yeah.
one. Yeah. So they seem to be taking damage from all of this, unlike the other things that you've come across so far in the hideout.
Okay.
Anything else from Valen?
Well, since I rolled 2 4s, it bounces to another target within 30 feet.
Yeah,
Nice
it does.
one. Okay,
Yeah, it does.
Is
Get
it?
them
Do you get to
doubles.
choose who it bounces to?
Uh,
I'd say you probably
It-
can.
it says I can choose, but I can't actually see them, so it should still bounce. But I think maybe we just do it random because I can't see them.
Okay. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
go with
that's
that.
it.
Does it get Valen on the table?
It does. No, it bounces to glass stuff.
Okay.
So how much damage
Yeah.
does this glass?
Oh,
stuff
I have to roll to hit again.
Doubles, come on.
Does an 18 hit or
18. Yeah.
So
18 's gonna
15.
hit. 15 damage.
Because minus 3 from exhaustion up to hit.
Oh, 15 to hit. Yeah, 15 just hits.
Okay, and I'll roll damage. 25 damage.
You are
Oof.
cleaning up
25
even though
damage.
you're
Wow, yeah.
tired. Holy
So-
shit.
You can't see this, but Calver, you can see the kind of the life is starting to drain out of glass
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
and
I'm
he-
not going to
he's
be
starting
able to help
question
you
his life
guys in a
choices.
battle. Oh no. He just comes in and fucking destroys everything.
They just came in and did 41 points of damage.
I'm so weak again.
we've missed the wizard.
Level 5 wizard, ladies and gentlemen.
Does
Anything
he
else?
faint? Does he faint after he does this? That's
Anything else from Valen?
I will also I'll hex the guy with the tattoos.
Okay, yeah. One with the tattoos. Sorry, I'm trying to find a thing for it. Maybe it doesn't have it. Just go that one, that icon. Okay, yeah, they are now hexed. Nice one. Is that end Valen's turn?
Yep, that ends my turn.
Okay. So move on to the shadowy figure. The shadowy figure, kind of clasping onto Valen's head, just looks up, takes a bit of a scan around the room, and then looks at the red mage and says, "Take care of them," and continues doing, gaze, heads back to the kind of motionless Valen that's lying on the table. The mage is then going to momentarily disappear, Calva, and then reappear next to the shadowy figure. And they... Ooh, interesting. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh no, what is that? What?
Okay. You see this, both hands kind of come together, and this ball of flame starts to grow and then they push it out in your direction, and it lands 20.
Why didn't I go around the corner? Why did I stand at the doorway?
Why didn't I roll higher initiative?
Yeah, so it kind of lands in the doorway, I think. So 5,
Damn.
10. So it lands in the doorway. It's a fireball. So this fireball goes off in the doorway. It's 20-foot sphere. Is that usually 20-foot radius or
If it's
20-foot
in the doorway,
diameter?
well, what does it say?
Well, it just says
If it's a
on
20
this
foot,
thing, it just says
20
20-foot sphere. So
then it's
so
diameter.
it must be a diameter. Okay, so yeah, so casting it in the doorway will kind of get all three of you, Calva, Valen, and Baz. So I need
Great.
you all to
My
make a
fireproof human
dexterity
shield is off
saving
in the
throw.
corner.
Yeah, I was like, man, why can't I like between them and block both of them?
Dexterity saving throw, please, guys.
14.
20.
11.
Those are not good.
It's never good when you hear like 8 dice being picked up.
It's too many. Too many, man.
Yeah, Valen's dead.
Can't wait to wake up in Elminster's place and see what that's like, because I'm
Or
sure
our minds are fried and we're dead.
Okay, so
Have a nice breakfast, maybe.
what was everyone's
Try
saving throws
again
again?
tomorrow.
20.
14.
11.
So it's just going to be Valen that takes this damage, and it's 24 points of fire damage.
This guy's
Wouldn't
already
he
exhausted.
have?
Nose on fire.
If
He
we
failed.
make a dex save, it's halved, right?
Oh
It's
yeah, sorry, yeah.
take
So the rest of
damage.
you all take 12,
Okay.
Aside from me.
Not bad.
except for Dravik. Dravik doesn't take anything because he's not there, and he's immune to fire.
Yeah, nor would it really affect me.
Does he see it happen and just shrugs his shoulders like, whatever?
Another Tuesday.
Yeah, you just kind of assume that no one else will take damage from that as well. Like you just forget that things that aren't you take damage
Terrible.
from fire.
Yeah, terrible for everybody else.
And so that's going to end their turn there, and we move on to the mighty Glassstaff, who is whimpering in the corner there. But he is going to just let out a little arcane burst at you, Calva.
Dude.
And I think it's going to hit. It's going to be a 23 to hit.
I mean, doesn't that hit everything? Yeah.
So it's going to be... Wow. It's going to be 18 points of force damage.
Jeez.
Okay.
And then he is going to end his turn. We move on to Dravik.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna move. It's 5, 10. Just kind of shove past Valen. 15, 20, 25, 30. My max movement to get in here. I can kind of see. I'm tempted, but that. So is the Valen on the table like transparent, like the ones we've seen, or is it solid?
The Valen on the table is solid, and it is a like for like likeness of the Valen that stands with you.
Damn, so I can't use that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take swing with my greatsword towards
Okay.
Glassstaff.
Go for it. Roll for attack.
That's a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Glass
4.
Bad.
10 slashing.
10 slashing. So as you slash through Glassstaff with your blade, Glassstaff just kind of dissolves. It just kind of evaporates into like a puff of air, and then just disappears in a puff of dust.
Cowardly magic. I can do something. I'm sure. Oh, I have extra attacks, so let me see. I'm gonna expend a focus point to get 15 feet extra movement
Okay.
here and use my extra attack on the red wizard.
Yeah, go
Also
for
with
it.
my greatsword.
Go for it. Roll for attack.
13 to hit?
13's going to miss.
Shit. Can I do anything to reroll that? Does inspiration, like the human inspiration, let you reroll attacks?
Yeah, can re-roll any d20 roll.
All right, I'm gonna use my inspiration to be able to reroll that.
Go for it.
Oh, that was a nat one.
Yeah. Gotta love inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you horribly miss. The mage kind of puts their sort of their arcane shield up, but then as you swing, they can just tell that it's not going to go anywhere near them, and they just put the shield down and stand there and just watch the sword swing by.
Okay, next round. I'll pass from there.
Okay, excellent. So ending Dravik's turn back to the top of the round with Kalvar with Baz up next.
Holy smokes. So I am going to move forward. I am going to continue my reckless attacks.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm going to swing at so quick question. We have Red Wizard here, and we have Dark Shadowy Dude. Does he appear armored, more wizardy?
He appears. I mean, I would say the silhouette. He's very shadowy, and doesn't really. He seems solid and in the moment, but he also has a bit of a. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Like just very shadowy and does it like a not real. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
yeah,
it is the shape he has is of like he's wearing a robe. That makes sense.
Right.
Don't know if that answers the question you asked. Enough.
Well, I'm going to attack the red one.
Go for it.
At advantage. Make sure I had that selected. 27 critical hit.
Wow,
Oh.
nice one. Yeah, ain't no shield gonna save that.
Nope. Crit damage, 17. Once again, low crit damages.
Not bad.
I've
not good.
Yeah, I've
Just
seen
my
better
regular.
damage. Regular.
Yeah. Regular. I just rolled a 16 or 17. First time.
Okay, yeah. So you can see as you kind of strike this down, this wizard down, or this mage, you can see they're kind of they're struggling a bit now.
Yeah.
And they kind of hiss back at you.
All right. Well, I'm dropping the cleave on his buddy.
Go for it.
And 17 to hit.
17 just hits.
Right. So he's going to take. Seriously, he just took 14 points of damage from that.
14 points of damage. Okay. So where the mage kind of winced a bit at being hit, this figure just takes it. Still eyes locked on Valen as if nothing happened.
All right. I'm gonna reattack red guy with my second attack.
Go for it.
23.
23 is going to hit, yeah.
He takes 14 points of damage.
Okay, 14 points of damage.
And cleave onto the other guy again for 22.
22 is going to hit.
And he takes 13 points of damage on that one.
13 points. Okay. So again, yeah, the mage taking this second strike. They've kind of got their arcane shield up. They're kind of cowering down in like a crouching kind of pose, and they're just taking battering after battering with this great axe. And they kind of turn to the other figure, the shadowy figure, and just like with a look, and the shadowy figure just says to them, "Keep going."
No retreat,
anything,
man. No retreat.
Anything else from Calva?
I am going to free action a healing potion.
Okay, go for it.
This is going to be +2.
This wizard's in a bad spot between these two buff boys. I don't think think he's having a good day.
He has no idea.
Nice. Take him on for the team, isn't he?
I healed 5 points of damage.
Okay, nice.
So just a little bit. Top me off a little bit. And then I can, and nobody else in the room with me, none of us other than Dravik.
Dravik, and then there's an unconscious Valen, but not the one that came in with you.
All right. So I stay there and end my turn.
End your turn. Okay, ending your turn, we move on to Baz with
All
Valen
right,
up next.
so my really clever idea to get some distance to save myself from mage attacks clearly worked out great. So I'm gonna run
Fireball
back,
in the face.
and I'm gonna take my 30 feet to go around the table and stand at the side of Valen. And I'm gonna say, "Get your filthy hands off my wizard!" And I'm gonna cast Burning Hands, which is a 15-foot little thing, which I think I can cast like to avoid Valen and hit both of them and Dravik, but it doesn't matter because he's fireproof.
Nice.
So that's what I'm gonna do. And let's
So sorry, you're
it's
casting
a dex save of 12. 12
dex save 12. And who are you? So is it gonna hit Valen and Calva?
No. So it hits if I aim it from that square. I don't know if you can see the map, but it looks like it misses Valen and just hits those two and the edge of Dravik.
Yeah. So
can you see the map?
I can. Yeah. So because it passes through the square that they're in.
Yeah.
I think it does hit.
But if you moved it forward one, you can hit them 3 and nobody else.
Okay, well, so that's what I'll do then. Well, no, then I would hit you.
Yeah, and I don't.
No, you don't have to fire it in a straight line. You don't have to
fire it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I will use my bonus action dash because that was 30 feet from where I was. So I'll use my
1,
bonus
2,
action
3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was 30 feet.
dash to get to the next square.
Okay. Yeah.
Just so that I don't. Dang,
everybody
it
else.
takes up my bonus action, but that's okay. I'd rather not hit the unconscious guy, I guess.
Yes, I would take some
Burning
damage from
Hand.
that. Okay, go for it. So that's dex save, did you say?
12, yes.
Okay, so they both fail miserably.
Oh, they take 11 points of fire damage and they're on fire. The roof
Nice
is on
one.
fire. The wizard's on fire.
So yeah, so the mage is like visibly struggling now, and the kind of the dark figure doesn't even turn to face you. They just take the fire and they continue on their work with Valen.
Okay, and then I still have movement, but I don't have any actions left. And I can't disengage, but okay, so I'll try and set it up like if I can use any of my extra movement or whatever from the bonus action, I'm gonna try and like grab and like pull Valen away from him, the one on the table.
Yeah,
but
so
I don't think I have any movement left.
Yeah, I'll say grabbing would be an action to try and grab him off the table. But you do still have 25 feet of movement.
Yeah.
So
I can't disengage, so I don't want to. I guess I'll just stay there.
Cool. Is that it for Baz?
I'll end my turn then.
Okie dokie. So move on to Valen.
Since I got hit by the fireball, am I burning?
No, so I don't think you catch a flame with fireball.
Okay.
Fireball.
No.
Yeah, it's just damage.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you don't.
Oh, that's good. In that case, I will move 5 feet forward, and I will attack the guy with the tattoos in the red with chromatic orb again.
Go for it.
Actually, I don't know if he's burning or not.
21 to hit. Or no, sorry, 18 to hit.
So as you go to cast this spell, you see the mage figure turn to you and put their hand out, and they are trying to counter your spell. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. 6.
6. Yeah. So as you try and cast this chromatic orb, it just disappears and it just fades back into your hand, and nothing comes out.
Okay. So is this spell slot still expended?
Spell slot is still expended. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. In that case, I will move.
Oh, sorry. Correction. Spell slot is not expended,
What?
but your action is used up.
Okay.
If you get counterspell that doesn't use up your spell in 2024?
Correct. Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I'll just I'll stay right here, and I end my turn.
Okay. And your turn.
Also,
so-
I want to clarify for burning hands. It says flammable objects in the cone that aren't being worn or carried start burning, so I don't think they actually are on fire.
No.
Cool. No, that's fine. That's the same as fireball, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good shout. So nobody is on fire, except for Dravik. But Dravik is just permanently on fire.
I mean,
So we move on
Survive.
to big, shadowy, scary dude, and he again is just fixated on Valen and does
Rude.
nothing. The mage, however, isn't fixated on Valen and is going to.
Before, sorry,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna for it because I have to declare it before he does whatever he does. I'm gonna use my portent die.
Ooh, okay, all right, yeah. I'll make sure he still does what he's going to do.
it's so
Um,
freaking
okay.
cool.
So they're going to cast a cone of cold out that is going to impact both Dravik and Calva. 60-foot cone. If I cast it from there, can I
That goes
take
like-
because they're on that angle? Can I technically not get them both? Where are the
Give it a
things?
shot.
Where
I
are the
mean,
ruler
it's
thingies?
fires. I
And
mean,
the
you fire
measure
straightforward,
tool.
right?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
So it
that
is,
thing
it is
goes,
going to get both of them.
that goes across the dungeon, man. 60
Yeah, I
feet.
wasn't
Yeah.
sure if it was counting from the center of the square or whether it counts from a corner of the square, but it does seem to be counting from the center of the square. So
Yeah, you can't get all three.
Yeah.
no,
pick
not
and
quite.
You get the
So-
pick, man. 2.
Yeah, it is gonna shoot it towards Dravik and Calva.
Darn.
Now I need you both to make Constitution saving throws.
Alrighty. 14.
14. Okay.
And mine is like sweet 7.
Okay, I will continue to roll then. So Dravik, you save. So you will half damage on a fail. Half damage. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's going to be 29 points of damage for Calva and 14 points of damage for Dravik,
Sounds good.
as this enormous cone of cold just rushes out from this mage. And then they are going to... Yeah, they're going to disappear again and reappear. Let me try and work out where they're going to reappear.
I'm following no matter where they go.
15, 20, 25. They reappear behind you, Valen.
Ah.
So the rest of you don't. I don't think the rest of you would see where they appear. Probably too fixated on what's going on in the room with you. But that mage has just disappeared.
What is is that a bonus action or reaction?
It's a bonus action that one.
Bonus.
So if they leave, I can opportunity attack him.
Not with Misty Step though. I don't think.
It's if they use a bonus action or a reaction or one of its speeds, you get an opportunity attack.
That's an interesting one because I would have said no with Misty Step because Misty Step is it's instantaneous. It's just boom, that is
That's why
gone. So
like
Let me look it up.
I feel you wouldn't have an opportunity to do anything on a Misty Step.
Unless Misty Step specifically says it, it's the
It doesn't specifically say it's a bonus action, but it does say instantaneous.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's do it. Let's have you can have a bonus attack.
that means I could too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Wait, that is that just something special that Calva can do, or are you just reading that from
that's
the
his
reaction?
opportunity attack.
The opportunity attacks. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll have a look into that one.
26.
26. Yeah, so 26 would hit.
And mine is an 18 to hit.
And go ahead.
Yeah, so the 18. We'll see what happens after the 26, but the 18 will be shielded if. No, it can't because it's already counterspelled. So they'll both hit.
Yeah. And I did 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Yeah. So as you slice through the mage with your great axe, just similar to what happened to Glassstaff, it just like disappears into dust and then nothingness. But I will have a look into that rule because it feels like what's the point in Misty Step? If you can't use it, to kind of get away from opportunity attacks. But we'll have a look into it. So we move on to Dravik.
Okay, so I'm gonna clear the 5-foot distance that goes to this big shadowy fucker. Is it a large creature? Would you say, or?
No, this creature is medium.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna do myself a melee attack just normally.
Oh, okay. By the way, the spell its casting time is bonus action. That's what determines if it can be.
But I just looked it up and it says in 5th edition it does not typically provoke an opportunity attack because it's a teleportation effect, which doesn't trigger it.
Yeah,
but
that's right. We can have a look into it after the
Yeah.
session. Have a bit of a read into stuff.
Oh my god, it's a 10 to hit.
10 to hit. 10 is definitely not going to hit.
Oh, I'll use my extra attack to try again.
Go for it.
24 to hit.
24. 24. 24 is going to hit.
Wonderful. So that's 13 slashing.
13 slashing.
Plus for flaming strike, it's 3 fire.
3 fire, yeah.
And then as a free action, I'm going to use heal cut. Basically makes it when I hit a melee weapon attack, I spend 1 focus point to make them make a strength saving throw, which I think is against my strength, I assume.
Okay, yeah, and they've rolled a natural 1, so they've got a lower strength
they
than
are
you, so
they are now prone.
They're prone. Okay, right. So he is now prone. Nice one.
Yes, and from there I'll pass.
Okay, so yeah, it didn't seem to take much. Didn't seem to care too much about the hits and the damage being taken, but yeah, is now being knocked down onto the ground quite unexpectedly. Ending Dravik's turn, we move on to Calva, top of the round.
I'm going to turn off my reckless attack since I have advantage on them now anyway. And I am going to attack him 2 times on the ground. 17.
17. Yeah, so you're attacking with advantage, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So a 17, you similar to lying down on the ground, quite surprised by the fact that he's been knocked off his feet, but he is able to just in time get an arcane shield up that your great axe bounces off. What was the second roll?
20.
20. Yeah, same thing with the 20. They both just bounce off this arcane shield.
Okay. That would be who in here, anybody in here get injured? Nobody in here got injured, right?
I
Oh
did.
no,
I
I'm
got
pretty,
injured.
I'm pretty hurt.
Valen's pretty hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, he's too far away from
Out of
me
reach.
then. Yeah.
Well, one Valen's out of reach anyway.
Yeah. So I'm not going to heal the other one yet. I'm just trying to decipher. I think that's my turn.
Okay. Ending Calva's turn, we move on to Baz with Valen up next.
Oh man, I still haven't decided if I should pull the Valen away or try to attack the guy. Okay.
Fucking curb stomp the ghost.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use I'm gonna attack the spooky guy
Okay.
with sneak attack.
Go for
that's
it.
16 to hit.
16 is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Okay. Somehow, even though I have advantage, right?
Yeah, you got advantage. Of course you do.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
You're prone.
then I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
That's 11. That's worse. I'm having a really hard
Still
time.
misses.
Just tap down. Tell us what you're doing here. With my knife at his throat, maybe.
Okay. Just grunts at you.
Okay.
Get nothing in return.
I will take. Is there anything I can do as a bonus action to try and grab Valen and pull him away? The body, the one on the table.
Not really, because I'd say you'd have to grapple him, which would be technically an unarmed attack. So you'd have to take an action to grapple him.
Okay. Well, I can at least as part of that first strike that I did, I'll at least try and do a offhand with my dagger. So many things
go for
now.
it. Okay. And this will be because the nick only works if you hit, doesn't it? So this will just be a standard bonus attack. Offhand attack. Is that right?
Oh,
is that right?
Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, I'll do that, I guess.
Okay.
And that was a 12, so doesn't it?
12
wow.
misses. But
rough turn, Baz, with a +7 on all
That's
of
a rough
those.
couple of turns.
I had a
Over and you both rough.
+7 to all 3 of those rolls, and not a single one hit.
Ouch.
Okay.
And interesting with the nick. So you did your offhand attack. Could you use your what's the nick? Is the nick that you can use an offhand attack without using an action?
It says when you make an extra attack of the light property, you can make it as part of the attack action instead of as a bonus action. You can only make this once per turn.
Yeah. So it wouldn't work on your offhand attack, would it? I don't think. No. But anyway, yeah.
But never mind. Okay. Oh, I've been missing Vex for my short sword too, which gives me advantage on the next attack roll in the same turn. Okay, so that means my offhands should have advantage if I hit with my short sword. So that's good to know. Okay.
Cool. Nice. Okay, ending Baz's turn, we move on to Valen.
Okay. Can I? So I'll bonus action to transfer my hex onto this other guy.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'll choose. He has disadvantage on Dex saves.
Okay. Noted.
And then I will cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Or no,
So-
actually.
Oh.
Sorry, because it's a concentration, so I can't like do both.
Ah.
I'll
Gotcha.
attack him with chromatic orb.
Okay. Go for it. Roll for attack.
First, 21 to hit.
21 is going to ricochet off the shield.
Oof.
Okay. And then I'll move behind this pillar.
Okay. Nice one.
Learn from my mistakes.
He can't see me either.
Ending Valen's turn, we move on to the shadowy figure who is going to stand up and they're going to shout out, "Pathetic morons!" And then he is going to let out 4 arcane bursts. I was going to say 1 at each of you, but because Valen's ducked around the corner, he's going to cast it at the 3 of you, and then he's going to give an extra one to Calva. Why not? So Calva, that's a
Yeah.
miss.
I was thinking of a dead, like I knocked him down or something.
The second one is going to be a 25 to hit.
God damn.
I think it hit.
Okay. And then Baz is going to be a 20, dirty 20.
Yep. Hits.
Valen, yours is a
No, it
15
doesn't
to
hit
hit.
Fallen.
Oh, I thought I
Not
wasn't getting
Valen,
it.
sorry, no, Dravik. Dravik's is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that misses.
That misses. Okay. So,
Ouch.
bear with me while I roll some dice. So, Calva. You take 34 points of force damage.
Holy fuck.
I thought this was magic missile. I thought this was gonna be like 1d4.
This is an arcane burst. And then
Oh,
Baz,
shit.
you take.
Jesus.
Whoops.
Well, at least it's because Calvin got 2 of them. You only get 1.
Any single one of these would kill me.
Probably. That would have killed me. That action would have killed me.
Baz, you take 19 points of force damage.
That's still a
Good
sizable
lord.
amount.
I'm glad I cast my
and then,
temporary hit points. Shit.
As a bonus action,
It's bonus
they
action.
will.
What's
yeah,
Dravik's
they
damage?
will, Misty Step.
I
They
do
Misty
believe it
Step
missed.
to the
Oh.
doorway. Can they see? No, they're not going to misty. They're not going to Misty Step at all. They're not going to bonus action. They are going to stay put right there and end their turn.
Calva is collapses on the ground.
Calva's unconscious? That's
Calva.
never happened before.
Just taking a nap. Just taking
Oh.
a little
Oh
nap.
my god.
Okay.
Lordy.
Calva, can you give me a death saving throw?
Failed.
Failed.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
Oops. Check that off real quick.
Okay, so Calva drops to the floor. Nice one. Next up, we have Dravik at the
Yeah,
bottom of the
I'm gonna-
round.
Immediately bonus action and spend 2 focus points to use the poorly named Majestic. So now all attacks have disadvantage against me until my next turn.
Okay, nice.
So,
And then Hellfire Greatsword attack.
Go for it. Roll for an attack.
24 to hit.
24 is just going to hit.
Oof, okay. For 10 slashing.
Okay.
I think I can use the once per turn I use a fire damage. So that's an additional 1d10 fire. Plus 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage.
And then
Nice.
fuck it, make my extra attack, see if I can get it.
Okay, go for it.
12 to hit, yeah, that misses.
Okay, yeah, 12 definitely misses. And you can see this figure is kind of hunching over a little bit, as if maybe they are starting to feel the kind of weight of all these blows that they've taken.
I was
You know
gonna say,
what?
Dravik, you have advantage on your attacks right now too.
Oh,
Or
I'll
frightening.
roll one more time then. Fuck it. Let's see. Do I get lucky? 18, and that misses still.
Okay.
But I will use
yeah,
one of my
18 will
focus
miss.
points. I'll be at, I think, 2 I have remaining. He'll get one more time. So, strength
Yeah.
saving throw, or he's prone.
Okay. Strength saving throw or prone. What's the DC?
It doesn't tell me. I think it's against my strength. I could be wrong.
I mean, most of them are 8 plus proficiency plus skill bonus. Or
Oh yeah, but
all
if that's
the
the case,
bonus
8, 9, 10, 11, 14 then.
14. Yeah, so he's able to resist
Oh,
being
damn.
knocked over.
Alright,
Okay,
then.
ending Dravik's turn. At the bottom of the round, someone else appears to join the combat.
Excellent. We could always use more people attacking us.
It's okay. We can handle this. I'm not panicking. This is fine.
Arch,
So-
thank
The room
you.
is like, I'm like that dog right now at the table with the coffee and the room is on fire. This is fine. This is fine.
And you see in the corner of the room the wizard that you saw previously, Elminster, the great, stands. His kind of smiley appearance is gone. He has hatred in his eyes. It looks, the wizard that you saw before looked quite nice and charming and kind of a cute old man kind of vibe in a robe. Now you can see, imagine Gandalf, Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings, and he's this funny, cute, like little old man wizard dude. But then when he's telling Bilbo Baggins that he needs to give the ring away, and he gets that real kind of that's the kind of Elminster you're seeing now. And he just lets out this spell, Expellos Demonos, and you see this bright blue light just light up the whole room, and it kind of blinds you all temporarily. And then as your vision comes back, the shadowy, magey figure is gone. They are not there anymore. And at the same time, you can see Valen, this figure that's on the bench, like slowly makes its way over towards Valen and joins with him, similar to how the image before joined. And as that happens, you also see a couple of other images of Valen. This whiskey kind of. One comes from down the hallway. One of them comes from the kitchen area. And they both join up with him. And then Valen, you can remove all of your exhaustion points, and you are now fully recovered from the exhaustion.
Okay.
I'm gonna run over to Calva and give him a healing potion. I'm like jumping the table, sliding over and stuffing it down his. I don't even know if he has a throat. I'm just gonna pour it on there. I'm just.
She has no idea how she's doing this. Pour it on him.
I just absorb them.
I don't know how many healing. I lost track of the healing potions that we had. I think I only have one.
I actually used my last one earlier.
But I know that we got 3 from that lady that we hadn't used somewhere. So I hope somebody else is keeping track of
Elminster sees you reaching for healing potions, and he shouts out to you, do not waste your material possessions in this place. It will do no good. And he kind of clicks his finger, and you're all suddenly you wake up, and you're in a well-lit room, like very, very well lit from sunlight coming from the windows outside. It's a very quaint little room that you're in. There's several beds lay around. As you look around the room, you see each other. You're all lying in these beds in this room together, and you see standing in the middle of the room is Elminster.
We totally should have taken that guy. What are you doing, Elminster? We had him cornered. What did you do?
You think you could have taken out that powerful mage? I'm afraid that mage was well beyond your level of expertise. That was a very, very powerful mage that was in there.
What was he doing to Valen?
So it would appear that he was corrupting Valen's mind. For what reason, I do not know, but he appeared to be trying to change Valen's memories, twist them into evil memories. Perhaps under the belief that Valen may then turn to evil and join with this mage. I don't know. I think we need to find out more. And I'm afraid, my friends, I will have to call on your help again to try and get to the bottom of this mystery.
I turned to Valen. Valen, do you feel evil?
No, I feel much better. I don't feel tired anymore. My mind feels clear. I thank you all for helping me.
That's a boy. Elminster kind of like gives you a firm whack on the back. Now, come. I have tea prepared in the kitchen. Let's all go and sit and have a nice cup of tea.
Can I scrutinize, I want to scrutinize Elminster in this moment right here. Does anything seem off to me, with him or anything in the room? Does this seem real?
I'll tell you what, give me an insight check and a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, that's... All right, let's do it. Insight is a 9, and a perception check is an 8. Oh, I'm having such great rolls today. I'm just on fire.
Yeah, so I mean, Elminster does seem odd, but you can't tell whether that's just because he's a bit of an odd character. And yeah, taking a look around, you don't really take too much in. It just seems like a normal room.
If I spin a top, does it continue spinning for eternity?
Have you got a top to spin?
No, I don't.
Wow, we'll never know.
Darn.
It's good because that means I don't have to decide whether it does or not. So Elminster is kind of is ushering you all towards the door.
I'm gonna start making my way over. I love Elminster's tea. You guys have to try it.
I'm not a tea man, but I suppose better than get my ass kicked by a shadow monster. And John will follow.
Okay.
I'm gonna linger behind a little bit, and when Elminster kind of turns his back, I'm gonna see if there's any interesting looking books or anything on the shelf. It's because I think Valen would like one.
I'm gonna rob Elminster.
I feel like, yeah. No, I got
What about,
on the bad side.
What about Calva? So Calva, you woke up as well.
Yeah.
You feel physically unharmed, but you feel like you've taken quite a mental load.
I'm like, that was weird.
You okay there, Calva?
I think so.
Yes,
You look a little pale and purple. But I guess
the
it's
deathly
normal.
experience can feel quite strange in that place. But rest assured, any death or anything like that occurs in the mind cage is not reflected out in the real world. None of you were ever in any real danger, except Valen, of course, who may have been corrupted into an evil archmage and, summoned a demon and devil and brought about the end of the world. But that didn't happen, and you all saved the day. Now, come drink this tea. It will cleanse your mind.
Do I believe that we really weren't in any danger? Is he just trying to make us feel better?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to take your insight check of 7 and say that you can't tell.
I'm gonna sit down and have some tea.
Okay. Nice one.
Yeah, tea. Sounds lovely.
So, yeah, as you're kind of sat around drinking the tea, Dravik, I think you've got the highest passive perception. Yours is 15, isn't it?
It is 15, yes.
Valen, I can't remember what your
mine's
passive
also
perception
15.
is. 15. Okay, so Valen, you know this already anyway. But Dravik, as you're drinking your tea, you feel a kind of a light, fluffy sensation underneath your feet. And as you look down and you really kind of take it in where you are, you realize that you are standing on cloud. And I've got a little image to show you all. You're standing on cloud, and then you kind of look around the room and you notice that all of the floor in this place is cloud. And looking out the window and really taking in what's out there, you notice that there's no trees or grass or other buildings. It's cloud and blue sky and sunshine. And you are in Elminster's
Holy shit.
cloud house.
Cloud house.
Elminster has a cloud house.
Nice. Having noticed this, Dravik's immediately going to stand, kind of sitting, not dropping the glass out of respect, kind of point at the window like, how high in the sky are we right now?
My friend, I would not worry yourself with such a thing. Rest assured, this house is perfectly safe, built by my own arcane powers. However, if you do go outside, please do not go beyond the boundary of my garden, or you will fall to a very long-winded but excruciatingly painful death.
I've died once in the past 200 years. I think I'm good. And he'll sit back down. It's like completely abandoning the idea of going outside.
I'm gonna clock that. File it away.
Baz, looking around the room before you make your way into the kitchen, there's bookshelves, there's books, there's all sorts of stuff. It's a wizard place, so there is all kind of stuff like that. You don't really notice anything that would be of any kind of value to you, I guess.
Okay.
You also now notice that the bookshelves themselves are clouds.
Okay.
You can't believe you didn't notice it before.
Yeah. I guess I will mage hand and float like just whatever book cover, like the spine, whatever one kind of looks the prettiest. I'll just kind of pop it out and mage hand it over into my bag of holding.
Oh, you're
just
stealing
for later. Just for later.
Shouldn't be stealing from Elminster.
I'm not stealing. I'm borrowing a book.
Is that a lot?
One of the most powerful mages in the world.
Gotta share the knowledge, I'm working on my mage skills. Mage hand. Jazz hands.
Dear God.
Also, I'm mad at Elminster because he took you away in the middle of a thing, and I don't trust him.
Well, so are you then making your way into the kitchen to have a cup of tea with the rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you're all sat in Elminster's kitchen, drinking a nice cup of tea. It probably tastes quite light. Got quite a fluffy
Cloudy.
feel to it. Cloudy, yeah, cloudy. Yeah. As he said that, I was like, cloudy? I don't know. And then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I see what you're doing there. But yeah, it feels like as you swallow it, it kind of goes upwards and sort of clears out your mind, and you start to feel a bit more clear-headed.
Have you been here before, Valen?
Have I?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You've
Yeah,
been
okay,
here
yeah.
before. You've been
Yeah.
here for the last couple of days. This is
Right.
This is where Elminster has been sending you
Oh,
into the
okay.
mine cage, trying to
Yeah.
find these memories.
Yeah, this is where Elminster brought me to help me solve my problem and figure out what was going on. So I have been here before. Vaz, you have to trust him. He's my mentor for so long, and he's a good guy. He looks out for people.
Okay.
Hmm.
You know, I have some good news for you, Valen.
Oh,
Yes, should you decide that you would like to continue to adventure with us, we happen to have been gifted a certain manor
I think
in
this is a bad time.
Phandelver for our own. And, you know, these digs are pretty nice. And I'm just saying, if you can wizard up some nice cloud carpets for the foyer, I think that would be really tight.
creating clouds is a bit beyond my skill and knowledge. But well, what are you planning on doing? I mean, I've never really stayed in one spot or had a home where I felt comfortable before. What are we? Are we just gonna live out our days in peace there, or?
Oh, hell no. That's just going to be our base of operations. We can
That's-
keep our stuff there and all the loot from our many adventures.
I'm not big on, collecting things, and I consider that,
Oh, you're
greed, but
not?
no, not
You
normally.
wouldn't want a room full of shiny, enchanted objects?
Oh, it depends on what those objects were, I guess.
That's what I'm
Magical
thought.
tomes and grimoires and all these staves you steal from wizards that come back and try to kill us afterwards.
If I'm inclined to join, can you guys promise me that in our adventures, if there are those in need, that they'll take our priority?
Who gets priority?
People if people need help, or when we're traveling, someone needs our assistance. I'm always going to help them. I'm not doing what I do for selfish reasons.
I'd say that
I'm here to
that's
learn
fair.
and to help others.
If you help us, I'll help you.
Elminster, what do you think?
Ah, yes, very, very good tea. It's probably been sitting a little bit longer than I would like, but it is quite nice. Yes, indeed. Thank you for asking. What do you think of the tea, Valen?
It's delicious as always, Master.
Very good, very good. Now, this powerful mage, I have been tracking a group of these mage-like people, and they appear to be based out of a place called Waterdeep. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the city of Waterdeep, but yes, I believe they appear to be operating out of there, and they've got their finger in quite a few pies, shall we say, in that area. So,
Do you know
if-
anything about the wizard ring or the mage ring that Black Spider Nesnar had been a part of? We heard that he
yes.
was a part of something larger, but we couldn't find any information.
So Black Spider is one of the very wizards that I have been keeping track of for this reason. And yes, it is my belief that he was very much part of this circle, you call it. Also, yes, I've been tracking him in particular. The others I have not been able to identify or put a name
Here's
to.
a question: the two we defeated in Wizard's mind, did they actually die or just be expelled from his mind?
There were two other wizards in that room with you.
That's right.
That is
One was-
quite alarming. They were either all very, very powerful mages, or it could be that the leader, that shadowy figure that was in there. If he was able to transport 2 other consciousnesses inside your mind along with his own, well, that takes quite a powerful wizard. You know what I mean. He looks around at all 4 of you, kind of nodding at all 4 of you.
I asked Boz, I go, do you think that's a tremor that he has?
I transported your consciousnesses into Valen. I am a very powerful wizard. He must be equally as powerful if he can do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I-
it's an ego
You
thing.
did
Okay.
great, Elminster. You're a very powerful wizard.
I go,
Thank you very much.
Just trying to, like, look
However
around, like,
sarcastic, it is
ego thing.
appreciated. These other wizards. Did you happen to hear a name or recognize any of them? Or
One of them had a red cape, no hair, and a lot of tribal-looking tattoos on their head.
And the other was someone we just barely missed encountering in that same manner. Glassstaff Yarno? A rogue wizard from the...
Iano Albrecht,
Lord
member of the Lord's
Alliance.
Alliance.
The Lord's Alliance, that's right.
Oh my. Well, if he is in league with this circle, then I can only assume that he has abandoned the Alliance. Which is troubling news indeed. However, Glassstaff is, I wouldn't say he is a threat. Perhaps if there were 100 or 1,000 Glassstaffs, maybe that would be a bit of a challenge. But Glassstaff on his own, Iano was a good student, but he didn't dedicate enough time or energy into the right areas, and therefore has ended up not very powerful. The other mage you speak of, though, it sounds a lot to me like it could be a red wizard. In which case, this could be something larger.
What's a red wizard?
The Red Wizards of Thay. They, once upon a time, they were decent enough people, but then they descended into evil and corruption, and now, cruel people, slaving anyone they can. Very powerful. But I would not have thought. I would not have thought that the being that I expelled from your mind, they were not a red wizard. But it would appear that maybe they are in league with at least one red wizard. Perhaps
Seemed to
more.
be ordering the wizard, commanding it to do whatever it wanted.
Yes. Very interesting. Well, I think we have a lot to think about. You certainly have a lot to think about, and are you okay with investigating this mystery, this mysterious circle on my behalf?
I will investigate.
Ah, yes, Valen, good boy. Pats you on the head.
Well, we were on our way to
and
somewhere initially, but
Very well. Where was it you were heading?
Thunder Tree, I
Tree.
believe. Yeah.
Thunder Tree. Ah, okay.
How urgent is this business? Can we make a swift detour before heading to Waterdeep?
Oh, of course. That Thunder Tree is not very far away from where you were. Yes. Yeah. yes, go to Thundertree, deal with your business there, and then perhaps then after that, you will head to Waterdeep. I mean, you may need to take care of some arrangements in Phandelver. It would appear that you have made yourselves somewhat heroes in that area of the Sword Coast. So, yeah, by all means, go to Thundertree, settle your business in Phandelver, and then make your way south to Waterdeep.
We are heroes in no small part, thanks to your protege here. So you should be very proud of him.
I am. I always have been, and I always will be. Unless, of course, this wizard circle get hold of him and turn him into an evil archmage and summon a deadly dragon or being that consumes the world around us. But hopefully that will not happen. In which case, I will stay proud.
Will they be able to corrupt me again?
If you allow yourself into an area of their power, then yes. However, we may be able to work on that. Build up your mental defenses. But something we can discuss another time.
No more sleeping in dungeons.
Go home and get real rest.
I don't know if your sleeping in dungeon days are over, just saying. But...
Very well. It's been a pleasure. And snaps his fingers, and all four of you are standing.
Wait, I had more questions.
You're all very swiftly transported back to where you were in front of the goblin hideout. And I think that will be a good point to end for the session.
Goblins, fireball!
No,